Hey Shri, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do at Lasso Gear?
Absolutely. So I am a digital marketing manager at Lasso Gear. Lasso, we make products that help people move better and stay moving. Day-to-day wise, I kind of oversee the overall marketing team.
Right on. So you say that you at Lasso Gear make products to make people move better. What are you working with in terms of your products?
Currently, we offer compression socks with built-in ankle support. They're FDA approved. But essentially, that's the main product. We also sell a crew length and also a knee length in that. And it's used to treat a variety of medical products, especially the knee length one can be used to treat people with like plantar fasciitis, with like varicose veins, circulation problems, like the list goes on and on. This year, we're on track to also launch a knee sleeve and an elbow sleeve. This year we'll be, happy to say that we'll have a suite of products that help you move better. Right now, we just have the compression socks with built-in ankle support, and it comes in 2 lengths.
Right on. So when you say that you are able to help a lot of people that have ailments, do you have to have ailments in order to use the product, or can every day your average person use it as well?
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of how we're building Lasso is that we have medical products, medical-based products, but because we're selling them direct to consumer, you don't need a physician to tell you that you need this product. Anybody can get this product, and it can be used from a perspective of kind of like preventative medicine. We can't say that our socks prevent injuries, but we have heard testimonies from a lot of different customers communicating that they used to roll their ankles frequently, and these socks have prevented that. If you have legs and feet, then you can use Lasso socks to improve the way you move, regardless of what stage of movement you're at. Whether you're an ultra athlete and you're performing 14 hours a day, or you are going on a walk with your significant other for 15 minutes a day.
I am an avid user. Just day to day, I'm literally walking around the house today and just wearing them for extra protection because I am a big ankle roller. So I'm a total advocate of the product. So You've been with the company for a few years now. You've been obviously with them pre-COVID and it's going on. Has there been any shift that you've been able to see with the company? And if so, what has that shift been?
Totally. So the nice thing is when it comes to retail and when it comes to e-commerce, we have been building our e-commerce engine and our marketing kind of like machine up like way before COVID had ever hit. So that kind of helped us. That was our saving grace, primarily because retail pretty much stopped. So if you have retail stores and you get a significant amount of revenue that comes from that, you have to make a big shift in order to stay in business. For us, we were already online, so our shift was drastic, but it wasn't too bad, primarily because before COVID, our primary customer was moms of athletes that would purchase socks for their kids. Post-COVID, we kind of expanded to weekend warrior individuals and just kind of broaden the appeal, and also had to shift our brand approach as a result of that to say, how can we speak to a 6-year-old girl and a 60-year-old man and resonate still? And that's the challenge of marketing, is just how do you find a unifying message that's simple that can resonate with everybody? And that's why we kind of keep beating the stay moving drum, because that's really where we get our personal power from.
Has there been any struggle in the shift, or has it been pretty relatively smooth?
There's definitely struggles in any shift, and I would say COVID is like a shift that's kind of like an inflection point in any business. Really, I think every business has had to figure out what their approach is going to be because of this huge inflection point in culture in general. So I think it's definitely come with a set of challenges, but I think challenges are what make building a company fun. If you don't have challenges, then it's just kind of like you go in and you do your job and you leave, as opposed to if there's big challenges and you have to figure it out. It's kind of like a puzzle, so it's more fun that way.
I completely agree. It's almost like when you have the challenge, you're able to push against it so that you can come out on another side, and it's usually a level up. Whereas if there aren't any challenges, you tend to just stay stagnant.
100%. Yeah. So it's like I read a book called Obstacles the Way by Ryan Holiday, and it talked about how, like you always have a choice of an easy way and a hard way, and it's better to pick the hard way, and just go through the obstacle. Like you have to, that's the only way that actually will yield you the result you're looking for. So that's very helpful to me. And, from a COVID perspective, it was like, we have these obstacles, there's no other way than to power through it and to just figure it out, iterate, day by day. But, always having faith, always having hope that you're going to figure it out, ultimately. That's the beauty of working with smart people that are like-minded and have good energy. It's like, that energy will help you. The good energy you're putting out is what's going to protect you ultimately when there's huge inflection points like this. That's just what I believe.
I completely agree. And choosing the hard way, I think that is such a great thing, because we always think, oh, I wish it was easier. I wish there was, an easier way. And those hard moments are really just such great teaching experiences. I love that. I'm going to have to check out that book. As far as community goes, what do you believe is so important about community, and how do you go? I mean, you already said you are advertising from the age of 6 to 60. So that's a huge community to undertake. Totally. What kind of community are you trying to build, and how are you doing that?
Totally. So we want our community to look pretty much like what Earth looks like. Like just kind of a population. If you take a small sample size, but then you have the diversity that Earth has, it's like that's the kind of community we're trying to build. Is like we want to build a global community of people that are all here to help each other stay moving. Starting is the hardest part when trying to live a healthy, active lifestyle. So anything that encourages somebody to start, I think represents the brand, whether it's Lasso or not, and we feel like we are part of that community. So, I love to see social media being used as a tool to encourage people to move. That's awesome, and we want to be a part of that conversation, and we want to just be an enabler, of movement.
I love that, an enabler of movement. As far as what you have done to support your community, you guys have done some give back stuff in the past, correct?
Totally, yeah. So we did a give back called Move with Compassion, where what we did was when COVID first hit, we decided that for every purchase that somebody makes, we're going to donate a pair of socks to a first responder in need. I was doing the reach outs myself and just kind of talking to different nurses and people that were making posts about being on the front lines, and I was offering them free pairs of socks. And then we got an article in like the Outside magazine, and that blew it up. So we started getting thousands of requests a day, and then we were able to donate to 200 plus hospitals, throughout the country. So that was like really a beautiful thing that we were able to do. It felt awesome to see like that these first responders were actually communicating, saying, hey, I'm on my feet 12 plus hours a day and I'm really struggling right now, and these socks are like a lifesaver, and it's like, hearing testimonials like that, it just makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If somebody DMs us and they're really genuine, we'll just go ahead and send them a pair to try, like, just because I think that's how you create beautiful moments. They're like, okay, yes, I'm in. And once they put the socks on, they see the difference, and they never look back, so it's we've done different give back campaigns like that, but we just want to be like good, generous people in general, and I'm not saying DM the Lasso account asking for a free pair.
Hit them up, free socks for everyone.
Hey, but if you're deserving of it, we will definitely hook you up. So, we just want to see people move. We just want to see people living their best lives, and I think this is just a medium to do that.
I know exactly what you mean. Like, once you try on the socks, and especially when you're using them for running, like that's my favorite thing to use them for, is running. Once you try them, there's no going back. It feels so unsafe.
Really all I need to make you a believer is for you to put the socks on. Like, I don't need to tell you about, the technical benefits and go through the jargon or any of that. I just hand you a pair, you put them on, and that communicates everything that needs to be communicated, which is awesome.
Is there anything that you would like to offer to our viewers and our followers from Lasso Gear in support of them being neighbors with gratitude?
Totally. So we created a discount code called Gratitude15. Get 15% off all Lasso products as we come out with knee sleeve and elbow sleeve and other support products, as well as merch. This discount code applies to everything. There's also no limits on how many times it can be used, so always go through our partners.
Much of that goes back to the affiliate as well.
So there's 10% of that would be sent back to the affiliate.
As the affiliate being with Gratitude, that 10% we will be donating to Friends Helping Friends Homeless Shelter in partnership with you guys.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Cool, Sri, thank you so much for coming today. It's been super exciting working with you. We've already gotten about 75 socks, and we just dropped at the beginning of the week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 3 days ago. So it's super exciting. The shelter is really, really grateful to have you guys involved. So thank you so much for being a part of this.
Of course. Yeah, glad to help and glad to be a part of something that spreads gratitude.